Welcome back to A Midnight's Tale. Tonight's story revolves around a fighter. What determines a champion? And what dark powers that be make that decision? Is it of glory, legend, or even loyalty? Let's find out. Enjoy and have a terrifying good night.
I had fought countless battles in the amphitheater colosseum in Pompeii, but none were as pivotal as the one that marked my doom. My name is Marcus Attilius, the boundless gladiator, and I wore that title with pride. The cheers of the crowd, the deafening roars of approval, they all fueled the fire within me. Yet on that fateful day, my flames would be extinguished by a foe unlike any I had ever faced. The sun beat down mercilessly on the sandy arena as I stepped into the center. Across from me stood a colossal adversary, a titan of a man known as Brutus the Unbreakable. The crowd's thunderous applause echoed through the Colosseum, shaking the very earth beneath us. The odds were against me, but I was a mighty gladiator, a symbol of unyielding strength. Brutus charged, swinging his massive sword with a fury I had never encountered. We clashed, metal against metal, as the sun cast long shadows over the blood-soaked sand. Blow after blow rained down upon me, each one sapping my strength. But I fought on, fueled by a determination to win that I had never felt before. Finally, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the Colosseum torches flickered to life, Brutus landed a devastating blow. My sword fell from my hand, and I crumpled to my knees. The crowd's cheers turned to hushed murmurs of awe. Brutus raised his sword for the final strike, and with a thunderous swing, my fate was sealed. I awoke in a place of darkness, a realm unlike any I had ever imagined. I was in the underworld, the domain of Hades, the god of death. The air was heavy with despair, and a sense of hopelessness weighed on my chest. As I look at my wounds in a reflection, they were horrific. I was most obviously dead, for I felt no pain. And then, Hades himself appeared before me, a tall and imposing figure draped in shadow.
Marcus Attilius,
he said, his voice like a cold wind.
you have fought valiantly, and I have been watching. I offer you a choice. You can accept your fate and descend into the depths of hell, or you can fight for a chance to return to the mortal world.
I looked up at Hades, my voice weak but determined. I will fight. He nodded and pointed toward a massive gate. Beyond it stood a monstrous cyclops, a creature of pure terror.
Defeat my undead champion, and I will revive you, allowing you to return home to the mortal world.
With newfound strength, I stepped through the gate, ready to face the beast. The battle was fierce, a dance of life and death in the underworld's arena. Just like in my championship fight, I fought with every ounce of strength left in me, but the Cyclops was a formidable foe. In the end, despite my best efforts, I fell before the creature's overwhelming power. As I lay defeated on the searing ground, Hades approached me once more.
Marcus, you fought valiantly against my champion. I enjoyed your tenacity. Instead of sending you to the lowest depths of hell, I have another proposition for you. Join my roster of warriors. One day soon, Hades will pit his best fighters against the mortal world's greatest champions, just to anger Zeus just enough so that he comes down off that precious throne of his to put an end to the madness. Then, I will erupt the volcano, decimating all of Pompeii, and my brother Zeus with it.
The madness in his eyes were of pure hate. I considered his offer carefully. It was clear now that Hades had rigged my match in the Colosseum to bring me to the underworld. My path back to the mortal world had been paved with deceit, yet the fire to fight still burned within me, and the chance to challenge the gods themselves was a temptation too great to resist. I agree, I said, my voice filled with resolve. And so, I became a soldier of the underworld, a gladiator in Hades' service. As I trained alongside other fallen warriors, I couldn't help but wonder what destiny awaited me. In the dark and twisted realm, I had traded the cheers of the mortal world's Colosseum for a chance to challenge the gods of Mount Olympus, all at the whim of the Hades himself.
He is my general. He is my god. As the weeks turned into endless years in the underworld, I embraced my role as a captain in Hades' army. Countless battles unfolded in the shadowy depths of the realm, each one more harrowing than the last. My comrades were fellow souls who had met untimely ends in the mortal realm, and together, we became a formidable force under Hades' command. With each victory, my loyalty to Hades deepened, and my hatred for Zeus grew stronger. The stories of Zeus, the king of the gods, and his tyranny in the mortal world fueled the fire within me. I saw him as the embodiment of all that was unjust and oppressive, a god who reveled in the suffering of mortals. I began to share Hades' burning desire to undermine Zeus's reign. As I adapted to my new undead immortal form, I discovered that it had its advantages. I felt stronger, faster, and more powerful than I ever had as a mortal. The pain of my wounds, once debilitating, was now a distant memory. The thrill of battle, the taste of victory, it all consumed me. And I began to relish my existence as an undead warrior. With each passing battle, I honed my skills further, becoming a more ruthless and efficient soldier. Hades recognized my dedication and rewarded me with more responsibility. I commanded armies of the damned, leading them in relentless assaults on the celestial forces of Olympus. But it was during one particularly brutal skirmish, as bolts of divine lightning rained down upon us, that I made a chilling discovery. The power of the gods was formidable, but it was not insurmountable. I watched as fellow warriors fell, and I realized that with the right strategy, even gods could be defeated. As I stood amidst the chaos of battle, a dark resolve took hold of me. My loyalty to Hades was unquestionable, but a new ambition began to simmer beneath the surface. I wanted not only to serve Hades, but to stand beside him as an equal, to help him achieve his ultimate goal, the downfall of Zeus and the overthrow of the oppressive regime of Mount Olympus. In the depths of the underworld, surrounded by the tortured souls and the echoes of countless battles, I plotted and strategized. I knew that my path would be treacherous, fraught with danger and betrayal, but I was willing to risk it all to achieve my newfound purpose. As I looked up at the looming darkness of the underworld, I swore an oath to myself and to Hades. I would become more than a captain in his army. I would become a weapon against the very gods themselves. And in the end, I would see Zeus fall, just as Hades had always desired. The volcano erupting in Pompeii will be my doing, and my God will be pleased. This was why I was chosen. I know my destiny.